Anaconda is one of the top tools you want to have on your system if you are serious about Python and AIML. Hello, friends. My name is Naren. Today, I'm going to walk you through the process of installing Anaconda on your system, as well as explain why you want to have this tool. Before we start installing the tool, let's understand what Anaconda is. It is a development environment where you can develop in R or Python, and it's open source. That means you can download freely and use. There is also a commercial version available with support, but for our purpose, the open source should suffice. Now, you could install just Python separately and work on it, and Jupyter Notebooks separately, but I would recommend to install Anaconda because it comes with a lot of tools pre-configured and they all work together very well. You can also see your environments, etc., in a GUI fashion rather than trying to look through command lines. Python has really democratized AI ML development, and all those codes contributed by open source are available as packages. There are packages available from multiple sources or multiple developers communities. Now, Conda or Anaconda makes it easy to manage those. You can use the GUI or you can use the command lines. It also creates or allows creation of multiple environments where you might want to create separate versions of some libraries or even Python for different purposes. It's also available on multiple platforms like Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Installation may be a little bit different, but they are pretty similar. So if you go through this install, you should be able to install on other environments with equivalent commands. To download the files for installation, go to anaconda.org or in the browser type download Anaconda or Anaconda download, and you'll be seeing these options. Select the anaconda.org, and here you have free download at the top. Select that, and you can skip the registration. You don't have to register if you don't want to. Now the version will be automatically detected if you click that download button, or you could go to Windows, Mac, or Linux and then download from there. Once you start that, the file will start getting downloaded and it will go to your downloads folder. Be patient because the file is large. It's almost 1 GB. So depending on your bandwidth, it might take a little while. You can go to your download folder and see the progress there. Once it is almost there, once it is there, then you can double click on it and start the installation. So you do I agree and all those steps. Now here you can install in the default location, but I like to install in a separate directory. So in C drive, you create a separate Anaconda 3 folder. That's a better way, I think, but you can choose any method. So once you create that and then you go back to the installer, you can detect it as a folder or or choose the new folder option in the installer. It would create a new folder. Installing in a separate directory gives a little bit better control. Say next. And now it's important here to add the path. Okay? Add Anaconda to the path. Even though it says do not add, please add unless you have different Python installations and complicated environments. For most of the people, adding to the path will help. If you don't add to the path, you always have to launch from the navigator, which is also an option. It's up to you what option you want to take. Add. I actually added to the path. So again, since it's a large installation, takes a little while. Uh, Go to the next, next pane. You can see the progress by clicking on the show progress to see what's happening. Shortly, you'll see in Anaconda 3 files appearing. That means the installation is going on well. Once all those files are installed, it will go to the next option. Okay, so all the files, I see major list of the files being appeared there. Um, and then you do next. and that will finish the installation. So once you have the installation completed, now it is time to check whether your installation works. To do that, what you could do is you could go to command line from anywhere. I like to create a folder in the C drive to put all my code, or anywhere you want to put the code, and either from there you go to command line or open a command line and then check the versions of Conda and Python. If you see the Anaconda installation done, you will be able to do Python minus minus version, and it should show you the version, as well as Conda minus minus version, and it will show you the Conda version. So these are two separate versions. Okay, Conda version is the version of the Conda environment versus the Python version is the Python libraries or Python installation. Anaconda comes with Python, so you don't have to separately install. I would recommend not to separately install, because then you'll have conflicts between those two and manage path and which one to take first, etc. So the best way is to use the environments and create separate environments rather than creating separate installations. Now let's take a quick look at the navigator. So click on Anaconda navigator, and you can see all these applications available. One of the most popular ones is Jupyter Notebook. Also, you can take a look at the environments. So there's a base environment, which is a root environment, and you can see all the packages here. You can create environments here itself, or you can create it from the command prompt. I'll probably make a separate video explaining what are the environments and how to create and how to manage them. So you can launch your Jupyter Notebook. Now, first we tested from command prompt if the Python and Conda installation works, and that did work. Now let's check it from the Jupyter Notebook. Once the notebooks open, or once this opens, then you can say new notebook, and you can change the name to something like test, for example, and type some Python command, so that a Python statement, so that you can test that it's working. So we'll just put a simple one. So print hello Python, and you can do shift return, and you can see that hello Python is coming, or you can click this run, and that also will do the same. So as you can see, the installation is successful, and we are able to execute Python commands from command prompt as well as the notebook. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to my channel for more informative videos on technical topics like Python, machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, databases, and much more. Thank you.